So cool. Yeah. Anyways, she's back the way it's supposed to be. I need to adjust the steering rack a little. There's a bit of a play, not much. I can barely feel it now. With the steering wheel you can feel it more, just tiny bit, and that's all. Yeah, no, she's definitely, I need some other fenders, fresh ones, especially the front ones, but no, she's back in the game with a fresh steering rack. Again, thank you very much JSpec for sending me one. That was a very decent one actually, not bad at all. I've cleaned it, put it back on, and the car is back to be fabulous again. But I was gonna say, on these tires, on these wheels, smaller diameter, or maybe because they're lighter or whatever, the car just handles just way better than on the big tires, on the big heavier wheels. I've exaggerated with those big heavy wheels, but you know, on the road, kind of like normal driving daily, they're more than fine. Obviously the grip much better in the wet than these. In a wet, slippery condition, those are better, but the overall handling, as the wheels diameter, width, and you know, besides the grip, this is way better. So I need to move the roof a little bit, because remember, this is not as it should be. So that obviously windows and everything is going to be sealed. You know, it's just make it right. It's never have time for it. I like that. I'm gonna leave it even for the truck use. Why not? So essentially, these two subframes stay, well, they're identical in structure, but they're not. They change slightly because this is being MIG welded, and for example, to have these welds being flat, the part that goes inside cannot be flat with the surface. We need to do some space to add the material, the welding material. On a TIG is different. We can fuse the material together, so the part that was inside there is literally flat with the surface. As you can see, you know, this and that is all flat, the same, exactly the same amount. This is kind of like step it out. This is overlays, like overlays one, like this part overlays on top of this one. Then on here, where the weld is, obviously you can see it, this part overlays on that one. It interlocks intermittently. The structure is actually the same. The material changes. Because the material changes, the welding technique changes, and we had to adjust the design for the welding technique.
Yeah, so
I like this shit. This shit is mentally good. Really good, really low. And remember what I said about the proper turbo? Yeah. I don't think I'm gonna get the splitter off today because there's no point. I need the material to make a new one.
3x3000.
My shower is closed, the whole floor, so there's no more air going inside and pushing the car up.
Gonna see what's up. I'm fairly sure.
Should be some tools.
Yep.
A space.
My Halford 6. No, my. Oh, blue spots. That's like Lidl Special 17, and a Halford Advanced 16.
Hey, we managed to hold it in place, so
It works. It works.
it actually works. Yeah, not bad. I can't be bothered, so
But
listen to what Steve says. So he's gonna do less editing. If you talk, I'll just film.
okay, I'll start again then. Yeah, first thing we did, because my car does not want to. Well, the boost is being weird. We took the boost pipes off both sides of the intercooler, just because when I first started the car, a load of mashed up blue roll flew out the exhaust, and what it looks like maybe just a mouse or a rat was living in it. We don't know for sure, so it was like, you know what, just in case I've been an idiot and left some, you know, roll in the exhaust, let's check. But it's clear, so it's not, that isn't the problem. So what the problem is, I don't know yet. I'm a bit sus about that turbo, but I don't, if what I think was wrong doesn't really make sense, why it would make still 3 psi or so by 3 grand. It shouldn't make any.
Isn't the simplest kind of way to test it now to just put the 40 back on?
Sold it.
You sold it?
Yeah, that crazy, that guy who's doing the RB200 is, as you bought it, remember?
Oh, you sold that one?
Yeah, that's the one.
Oh, bugger. So working on the sump now, fixing obviously one leak and no there. This leak here actually didn't come from the washer. Now the washer had to be removed anyway. First of all, it's still one, I don't like them. To remove it you have to cut it because it's kind of like pressed on the bolt and can't just remove it. But the problem itself, actually, the problem itself is actually the bolt. So the bolt that goes into it, the surface that seals against the washer, which is steel, I put copper washers, it's damaged. Not by much, but there is a bit of a damage there. And I can't remember, there was another one, kind of like a little crack, but even that is enough not to seal. I don't know if you can see on the camera or not. So, quickly put on the lathe, skim it down, make it nice and smooth, perfect again. Copper washer, put it back on, and that should be good. But the sump has to come out because I have to weld it up. So, yeah, that's a bugger. But hey, someone has to do it. There you go. Sump's off. Looks nice and clean inside, kind of like fresh. We have a little bit of boo-boo. These removed it. You see how thin this is? This has been machined a little bit too much, and that came off literally while I was putting the pipe on. So these grooves, they machined a little bit too deep, and it went nearly all the way through. So you can see it's like a knife edge. There was nothing left, barely holding itself. What'd you do? If you had one of these, what'd you do? Something happened to you like this, what'd you do? You're probably gonna moan about it because don't fucking moan about it. Just change it. Just get one of these and change it. You can start doing the warranty request, all the stuff, but they probably what, £3-5. Just get one. Just get one. Put it back on. That's what I do. Sometimes that is too much moaning and this and that. It's the manufacturer's fault. You know, it happens. They do a million of these. That one was a little bit too much of a groove machined. Fuck it. It's not end of the world. If it's cheap and quick, and it's definitely cheaper and quicker just to replace it. £5, buy it on eBay, next day delivery, put it on, off you go. If you start opening the cases and the warranty and all the stuff, and it's gonna take a week or two. So I choose the quickest way to do it. Same with that sump, for example. Should I fix that sump? No, I shouldn't. Can I leave it like this? No, I can't. So I have to fix it. Who's gonna pay for it? Nobody. I'm gonna complain about the warranty because there are leaks. No. Here's the guy who has the map for us and all that stuff. He's been spot on so far. You know, if it happens once, fuck it, it's gonna be easier, cheaper, quicker. Not cheaper, but quicker, because no one's gonna pay for it. So I have to do it. It's on my shoulders. Customer's not gonna do it because we supply it. Our supplier didn't weld it correctly or whatever happens. Just take it off, weld it up, put it back on, sort it. The easiest, the shortest way to get shit fixed. That's my brain. Of course, if that was a completely faulty part, I'd have to buy another one, different story. But if this needs a fix, just do it. Don't moan about it, just do it. I'm interested in the end result. I'm interested in this car working nicely and correctly, not about doing dramas. But these days seems to be, very popular. Everyone is making dramas about someone else's job and stuff like this when they couldn't do anything themselves, but with a loser. You made an engine kit or whatever, and then something doesn't fit exactly the way they want it with a loser. All right, what have you done? Exactly. I don't drink this stuff too often, but water is over there. This is close, it's nice and cold. Fuck it, I don't care. So hot today, and I'm in a car. I should come over in a bike. I don't know what was in my mind. Well, because I came here nearly pretty much 6 o'clock in the morning, and it wasn't that hot, so I was like, oh fuck it, go in the car. And now I'm regretting this already. Shit. Anyways, let me clean that sump, and I'm gonna weld it up, and then we still have to clean the subframe, get it painted or whatever, and sand it. And I got another 2 to bake. it's jiggling between the jobs. Like what I do now. This is nearly finished. I need to get it gone because the next car has to go on the ramp. So I got to assemble it. So pause with the supreme fabrication of that. Once I've done that, the supreme fabrication, and then once done that, it's too hot for even thinking about it. So yeah, see you soon. This is nearly finished. Fuck me, nearly finished was yesterday. I said exactly the same yesterday. But no, she is finished. Yesterday Steve came over, it was so fucking hot. Then we had a customer, we had a lot of chat with him. Then we actually got 2 customers yesterday. But we got the pipes in, I'm gonna put a pump on it. Radiator is in almost. That broke. Steve changed it yesterday, we got the fresh one. So I think I'm not gonna wait for Steve. This is Steve's supposed to do it. I'm gonna go ahead and do as much as I can. Whenever time Steve arrives, gonna finish it if there's anything to finish. If not, I do it. He popped down yesterday. Everything is good. Oh, these are very nice. These are very nice. I need to ask him who sells these because they actually, I like it. They're a little bit tilted towards the driver, and this is kind of like a view. So it's flat here. It doesn't obstruct your vision, which is, it will bother me a lot of things. But this is actually, I like it. I think I'm gonna have exactly the same one, or find someone to make the, I don't know, but I want that because it's just good. And you have your essentials. You have your boost, your oil temperature, and your oil pressure, which again is essentials. The only problem is that the oil pressure and oil temperature, I'm not gonna put it on because it will have to go. Let me show you actually. It would have to go on the oil filter housing, which is, hey, I'm trying to keep this clean, but again, it is what it is. And this sits obviously on behind the engine, upright, and I don't have enough access to modify this in situ, so we'll have to take everything off. And when you take this off, you need a new gasket and all that stuff, and it's just not gonna happen. So these are the ports. You know, this is your pressure switch, crystal light on the dash. This is your turbo oil line. This is your extra pod you can use, and one of these actually fits in there. So the temperature sensor could actually go in there. But to remove that bolt there, because it has never been removed since factory, so probably for 150 years, and it's a small screw, I'm not gonna remove it in situ there because they always seized like proper. You have to put some force, and there's just not enough space there. So I'm not gonna put it on. Instead, because obviously again, if I put this on, it's only half the job. This, where you gonna put it? Where you gonna put it? Nowhere. What we're gonna do, I'm gonna leave it. I'm not gonna put it on, and essentially at eventually when he's gonna put the oil cooler, you put a sandwich plate here, obviously for the as a takeoff for the lines. And usually those sandwich plates, they have at least 2 ports for the sensors, and that'll be very just easy. You can put it there with all of this in situ. You don't have to remove anything. So I'm not gonna do a day work having the car, which is Friday, in for the next week on the ramp, another day or 2 waiting for the gasket and all the stuff. It's just not worth it because I'm late already with all the stuff. Let's not forget this. I'm already late with all this stuff. Customers waiting, so I'm not gonna waste time, like a lot of time, 2-3 days with the counter ramp for just something very small that could be sorted later on with so much ease, like literally 10 minutes. So no, I'm definitely gonna connect the boost gauge, because boost gauge honestly is, all you have to do is just connect obviously positives, negatives lights, so they light up when you put the lights on, and run the line obviously along with the tunnel here. Inside here I will have to remove this again. All right, it's absolute I swear to God they're mocking me. I swear to God, that there's no other explanation. Yeah, the boost is flat and it's nice, very smooth control, which is safety, blah blah, and just drives better. One of these. Right, solid update. This is all done. these back on, all the plastics goes back on. That's your BD port, that's your battery, positives, negatives, blah blah, all good as standard. Now when it comes to the gauges, I need to think about it, about what to do with the gauges, because the customer, he brought them after, he decided after to put them on, and I was like, okay, let me see what I can do. But I fitted that because obviously that's not a problem. It doesn't actually lock proper, I don't know why, that's the way they are. I don't know, a bit of fiddly here maybe, fiddling, and should be okay, don't know, I honestly don't know. Yeah, almost there but not quite. Don't know why, I really don't. Anyways, I put that tube there, which is the pressure from the turbo, through that hole there, because honestly I don't actually know the way you want to do it. But these, because these are stack gauges, the proper ones, they have to be connected proper. There's a lot of wiring going behind them for all three of them. There is obviously positives, negatives from the ignition, there is signal from the lights, obviously to light them up when you put the lights on, etc, etc, and you have to drill a hole, do the whole wiring, and the wiring will have to be go inside there, but there's no access, you can't just go in there because there's a lot of stuff underneath there. So a lot of things needs to be stripped down. This is a day, this is at least a day job, at least a day. And also then the problem with the sensor still remains, and then what you're gonna do, you're gonna spend a day there and don't connect the rest, so they're not functioning. So you probably do that on the housing, so maybe 2 days. This is one of those fiddly jobs where it just takes long time to do it nicely and properly, because where there's no way to budget, because you do have to drill the holes, you do have to build the wiring loom, you do have to connect it, you know, and they connect all the rest as well, because the rest goes, you know, through the wires, sensors, and this is the only one, the boost gauge is the only one that does just a normal tube, which another thing is actually too short, because again MR2s have this little issue where the engine is in the back and the gauge is in the front, so whatever is from the back has to go long way forward. So even these tubes, these ones here that Stax provide, they way too long, they go probably like maybe 3/4 the way. So what I do, I have a little trick, I have like an airline that lorries run, and this green one here, it's very strong, I use it a lot of time, but you have to join it. This is the way I join it, which it looks dodgy outside, but it's actually very good, because what I do, I put a bond, like a Windows bond, it's very strong, this, and that tube inside, it's shoved inside this green one, probably up to here, and it's like from here to here, there's like all glued, bonded. It's yeah, I've done it a few times, as strong as hell. It's so yeah, it's a simple solution, but very functional, and then obviously I can run it all the way, you know, as far as I can get. You know, this is the line, actually I got loads of it, and that's how, you know, I do it. But coming back to the gauges, why I'm not doing that is because again it's gonna take at least a day, possibly 2 if you want to connect that, and I just can't do it. I know it's extra money, you know, and I'm here to make money, this is a business, so I'm spending time here to do the work, and every hour is extra, every extra job. So you're thinking is good, well, not completely, because fuck off, Jesus Christ, flies. As you know, I'm behind with the jobs, because, you know, I'm supposed to have someone to give me a hand making this, and then I end up doing this on my own, almost, where Steve done some of the stuff, you know, clean the engines and all that stuff, and so it gives me a hand, but it's on me, and I'm behind with pretty much everything. There is another car waiting down there, there's no next one after this, and he's waiting again. I'm late with that because of this, because of other things. In mid-time, to make the case worse, the car, the MR2 that I took in to fix, you know, the broken one, the bad assembly, what they've done, the dangerous one, I took it in because what you do, I don't have a time to do it. I shouldn't be doing that, but what you do? I mean, it's not even common sense. It's just you just can't say no, you know, to something like this. I will have to be a proper cunt to say no. So I had to take it. Period. For various reasons. When I'm gonna start doing that, I'll show you again. If you haven't seen the previous video of that car, the bad or shit, you know, I don't even remember how I called that video. Very bad MR2 or really bad MR2 or something like this. I can't remember, but you know what I mean. So that needs to be done before that one day. So again, extra length of the time. And the reasons I'm doing that is because it's not for the money, because if it was for the money, I would be doing this, all the extras, because again, I'll spend an hour on this, it's 70 quid. Yeah, great. Okay, whole day. Yeah, it's not bad. But I can't, you know, put people even more behind because I want to make some extra penny. It's just not fair. It wouldn't be fair to this guy, it wouldn't be fair to them. I know I'm late, but I'm trying to, you know, act as fair as I can, as I possibly can. So I can't do it. This wasn't planned, this is extra, and because I'm already behind with the basics jobs, I don't have time for the extras. So gauges. It's got literally no fuel. Alright, sweet. Oh, this is the crack on the lens protection anyways. So that's welded in, you see, that's all it takes. So this plate to weld on there, and this is super stable. More stable than actual original because it's long and it's some flakes. Now there's no flakes. Only need some top and the bottom a little bit on this side, don't need much. This is not a crash bar, it's just to keep the radiator in place. So yeah, Steve is gonna paint it so it's not gonna rust in 5 minutes, because it will. And just reassemble, is it?
Yeah. Final reassembly now.
I just reassemble the stuff and that's it, and we're good. She's running, she's bled, fans going on and off. Only problem is this isn't the same similar issue. Actually, this was issue done with Paul with the subframe, because that one at least it was up to me. This one has no MOT, so
yeah,
can't really test it on the road, which is a bit of a bullshit because we want to test all of these. Again, we don't supply the engines or gearbox and all that stuff, but it was good to it's not just good to test them, we do test them regardless. But if I'm gonna have to risk that, it's not gonna happen, because probably it's not gonna happen, but the risk is if I get pulled over, or Steve is gonna get pulled over, rules with no MOT now changed. So I think your insurance is void, because shouldn't be on the road, and because shouldn't be on the road, they think they can take it away from you, or some stupid bollocks. It's not like it used to be when it was like, all right mate, just get MOT and etc, etc. So I'm not gonna risk a customer's car. It's a bit bullshit because we want to test it.
I know. The only thing I can think of is, well, I'll have to sort out with the owner after if you want to. But I mean, it's probably fine. It's just nice to be sure.
Oh yeah. But,
you know, it's just, I feel a lot happier knowing the boost is what it should be.
Yeah.
You know, it all should be, because let's just plug it in. But
unless we're doing burnout in second, that's going to put some load on it.
yeah,
Tires need to be changed anyway. No, if that was my car, maybe. Not this. Alright, so that, sweet. Enough. Well, I have to go. You okay to finish it off?
I'm going to carry on with some until I got to go, and then we'll do the rest first thing Monday morning.
Alright.
At 6 AM when it's not so hot.
Enough. I actually washed my face. I'm not that fucking sweaty. I actually just splashed cold water on my face. So, yeah.
Hold on. I only placed it.
Yeah, just as a noose. So the pump C has to be fitted with the zip ties as usual, but because it's there you can't even see it. Really, what we just find out to bleed it quickly, change the polarities on it, so it runs backwards and it pushes kind of for the obviously I bleed it from the radiator as I explained before, but the final stage it really gives a hand to run it like all the way around with the polarities. and it pushed. Well, how long it took? Seconds.
Oh, that was, I've never seen it go so fast. That was really,
Yeah.
It pushed over a header tanks full of water in a few seconds. Full of air, sorry.
Yeah.
In a few seconds.
Hold on, let me open it and I'll show how you see it. Go on. You see? And you see the water moving. Obviously this is full now. If it's like half, you're gonna see even more, much more. But that's indication there is a movement of water, and you're golden if that moves.
But when you run it backwards, it's much more like
just sprays,
but you'll notice it. It does.
Yeah, because it literally pushes all the air, all the bubbles out, and everything, and etc. etc. So, right, well, we off, are we?
Yeah.
I'm late. You're probably late too.
I am. Yeah.
So yeah, all right.
Monday.
This video gonna end here. It's not finished because just bumper on, this back on, but this is small things. We can say it is finished. Yeah. There's no point showing the roof is back on, the bumper is back on. There's no point.
That could be another video another day.
Yeah, you're gonna make it. This is gonna be long enough already. I tend to make them hours long. Right, sweet. I'll see you at the next one. Sweating like a pig.